Let's go and clear the fault codes. No fault codes found. Let's go and read the DTCs. And there we go, the fault's gone. It's got the option of having all the cars, you just download which one you want. B, you get updates for life. And C, it's got the option to be able to see live data as well. And there, as I put my foot on the revs, you can see it in real time. It produces a nice little graph. The red being injection timing, the yellow is the coolant temperature, and the blue is the engine speed. And I come back out that control unit, and there, it's gone. We have no more lights on the dashboard. So a little while ago, I did a review on the Ediag Elite. I had really good hopes for it. It's a little plug-in device. You don't have a separate handheld screen. It works with your mobile phone. It had about 15 plus service resets, but most importantly, you could take it anywhere and you get free updates for life. And I thought for those of you out there looking for a quick kind of intro into the diagnostic world, it would be an ideal solution. But on the day, it didn't perform, and I tried it on my Mercedes SL and it kept getting stuck when it did a scan. But today I'm going to try it on my Volkswagen because I had a little think about it, and the Mercedes SL, to be fair, is probably a little bit unfair. It's such a complex car with over 35 plus control units. No wonder it got stuck. But this little device here, we're going to give it a second chance on a Volkswagen Beetle, far more popular car, and I'm going to purposely unplug the mass airflow sensor and see what this picks up. So just as a reminder, let's see what's in the box. And you can see just how small this is why I had such high hopes for it. There's a little serial number, activation code, just scan the QR code, follow the instructions, dead easy. I'm not going to bore you with that. And look at the size of it. It's tiny. Literally, you could just put that on your keyring. That's what I loved about it. And inside, here it is, this little tiny OBD2 Bluetooth adapter that you simply plug in, and then it works with your mobile phone software. So, enough talk, let's get it on. So here we are, just here is the mass airflow sensor. I'm going to unplug it. We're purposely going to throw a fault on the dashboard. Right, I'm going to start the car with the mass airflow unplugged. So what you do, you simply download the software following the QR code on the instructions and plug in your OBD2 Bluetooth adapter. I've mentioned many times, it's going to be within 1 meter of where the driver sits. There we go, and you get a little green light there as an indication. Now, with your mobile phone, go into the app. So now it's connected, but I did have to press the Bluetooth option to go into it. It didn't connect automatically. We're going to press go, and at this point, this makes sure that you got the key on in the ignition. You can start the car if you want to. My battery is quite low, so I'm going to start it. Now, because it's got a low battery, it's actually quite a good test for the Ediag Elite, and straight away I can see that we have something which I wasn't expecting to see, because I've started this car in the last couple of weeks and I haven't had any faults. I thought I was just going to have an engine management because I've disconnected the airflow sensor, but I've actually got an anti-skid message pop up, which is easy to do with like the ABS, etc. So you can see, just looking at the software here, it's got all the different car manufacturers on the planet. It really has. You can download them all if you want to, but I doubt that anybody has got all of those cars. So common sense would tell you, download the cars that you have. This is a Volkswagen. I've already done that ahead of time, and you can see it sitting at the top of the list there. So if I press Volkswagen now, and then we simply press diagnose at the bottom. Bluetooth connected. I can hear it beeping. When it connects, it will change color to blue, and it will flash, etc., as it's now communicating with my mobile phone and to the car. So we can do a health report, a system scan, or a system selection. The health report will give you a full breakdown of all the faults that it finds on the car. The system scan will then go and find all the individual control units which the software, the Ediag Elite, can actually find and talk to with the car. And the system selection is, let's say for example, I want to go straight to the ABS control module. Because a scan can take up to sort of 8 minutes or so, it saves a bit of time and you can go straight to that individual item. But let's do a health report. So there you go, it's now gone into the scan. Straight away, it's found an engine electronic fault code of 3, and we're at 9%, so I'll let this run its course. As it goes through and does a diagnostic, by the way, you may find on the dashboard certain lights will pop up. Don't get too concerned about it. It's just that the Ediag Elite is talking to that control unit on the car and it might throw on the lights momentarily. But this will take about 7-8 minutes, so I'll see you on the other side. So I get a real buzz and helping people out, and then that's the whole reason I do this channel. And if you want to show your appreciation, and if I've helped you in any way today, I've got a Groove On wish list on Amazon. You might want to buy me an air freshener or maybe a set of spanners or something, and it will get sent to me. It's like Christmas comes early for me, and I'll give you a shout out on my next video. Also, I've got a Groove On merch shop. Hoodies, different styles of t-shirts, bags, hats, coffee cups, drinking mugs, loads of stuff on there. The link is just below if you want to go buy some merchandise. And lastly, if you want to become a Groove On member, there's a member link for you in the description. So we're just about there now. And you know, this is one of the nice things, is that I'm outside the car. You can actually look in the engine, diagnose and see what the issue is, and work under the engine or at the back under a wheel sensor. You don't have to be tied in as you would do normally with a scan tool sitting in the driver's seat, because you've got that flexibility because it's a Bluetooth connection. Right, so let's see what it found. So this time the scan worked. Previously, a few months ago, I did it on my Mercedes SL and it didn't go for a complete scan. But as I said, it's a bit of a unique car, that one, so this is much more of a standard sort of car that people would be looking at diagnosing. And straight away at the top of the list there, we got 2 issues with fault codes. We've got the engine electronics, and it talks about brake electronics as well. So let's go into engine electronics. If I tab on that, it's communicating now to the ECU. So here we go, diagnosed system 01 engine electronics. It gives me the Volkswagen Audi part number, and it also gives me the ECU coding as well. If I press OK, if I go into reading DTCs, now it's given me 3 issues that it's found under that one ECU of the engine control module. We've got a P1517, and what's really nice about this is because you're using your mobile phone, you can simply press search. As long as you're on the internet, you can go straight into Google and you can do a little search, and it tells you right there. Diagnostic trouble code P1517 indicates a main relay circuit electrical malfunction. This usually means there's a problem with the relay that controls the power to the ECU, the engine control units, and fuel pump. It can cause the engine to crank but not start. Now that's probably because the battery was low and I tried to start it and it wouldn't start. So maybe it's thrown that temporary faults, but nevertheless you can see how useful it is because you can go on the internet. The other code we have is, here we go, mass or volume airflow circuit low input. Now I was expecting that one because I've disconnected the little sensor on the air intake. So if I go under search again, that will then provide the same idea, and you can go on the internet. Let's have a little look. It's probably going to talk about dirty plug or disconnection of the plug, or an issue with the actual mass airflow sensor itself. A P0102 error code signifies a low inputs issues with the mass, meaning it's registering less airflow than expected. Well, it's not plugged in, that's why. The most common causes are dirty, faulty mass sensors, problem with its wiring or connector. So there you go, you can go and check the connector. I know what the problem is, I'll plug it back in again, and importantly, we're going to see if we can clear the codes. And the last one is a P0113 intake air temperature sensor, bank 1, circuit 1 high. Now that's just a knock-on effect because I've taken off the mass airflow sensor, and you'll find that that one code will give other issues along the line. So don't get too worried about that. It just has a knock-on effect. If I go back to the main diagnostic screen here, you've got a report function. So you hit that, and before you go clearing codes, it's a handy little tool, this, because then you can actually look back on it and understand what the issues were rather than just going straight in and clearing the codes. And remember, any diagnostic tool that you've got, they're only there to give you a heads up on where to go and look on the car. Don't just think you can go clearing codes and that's the end of it, unless it's things like a low voltage because the battery went low. But if you've got an ABS fault, for example, you've got to fix the ABS issue before you go just clearing codes. It's not going to go away and stay away. And here we go, it's got a lovely little report here. You can generate it as a PDF, and it's broken everything down. It shows you what all the issues are. It shows you the areas where there's issues in the brake electronics and the engine electronics, and all the ones with the green dots, they're all good. You can generate PDF, and then you can email it to yourself, or you can send it to a client or whatever, and that's that function for the report. The data stream, this is going to give you some live information. So let's go into engine speed and... Hello, Judge. You all right? Am I in trouble? No, not at all. I thought I heard somebody. How's school? Oh, good. Yeah? That was my son back from school. So let's go into engine speed, coolant temperature, and we'll have a look at inspection timing. Why not? And if you press OK, now if I press my foot on the revs, have a look at the engine speed. You can see that it fluctuates and changes, and that's live data that it's actually pulling up there. The coolant temperature is 175 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, you can change that to centigrade if you're in the metric system, and you can press the graph option on the right hand side. And there, as I put my foot on the revs, you can see it in real time. It produces a nice little graph. If I go back and I press combine at the bottom, I can select all three, press OK, and now it puts it all on one graph. The red being injection timing, the yellow is the coolant temperature, and the blue is the engine speed. Importantly, let's go and clear some codes. So let's clear fault code. I'm not expecting it to clear it and stay away because I've still got the MAF unplugged. Press yes. No fault codes found. Right. Let's read the DTCs, go back into it. Oh, it says no faults found. Let's go back out the menu, always like to do that, and then see if it's gone from the list. No, it's still there. And that's because the mass airflow sensor's unplugged. So let's go and plug it back in again. Going to go back into engine electronics. I may need to turn the engine off and on again, but let's see what happens. Let's go and clear the fault codes. Yes. No fault codes found. Let's go and read the DTCs. It says no fault codes found. And let's go back to the main list and see what happens now. And there we go. The fault's gone. At the top of the list, I've just got one area now of the car which has got faults. Right, let's get this brake electronics sorted here. So let's go into that one. So once you go into the control unit, as I mentioned, you will find that sometimes you'll get lights that flash up on the dashboard. And I can see just here that my ABS light is now flashing. So let's go into by list here. And we've got speed sensors left, front, right. So I've actually just done an ABS test on my Mercedes. And just goes to show that this is a very economical budget OBD scan tool. Yet we've actually got options now to see the speed sensors on each of the wheels. I've just done a video on ABS for my Mercedes, and I use quite a high-end diagnostic tool to be able to see that. This Ediag Elite does not cost the earth. It's really affordable, yet even with this simple little diagnostic tool, it's got the option of having all the cars. You just download which one you want. B, you get updates for life. And C, it's got the option to be able to see live data as well. For a little budget device that you may only use once in a while and you don't want to have to worry about subscriptions, etc., this little Ediag Elite actually is a real strong contender. So as I move along now, close the door, and if you have a look at the speed sensors, they should all now go the same. I'm just going to reverse back. We'll go to about 1 or 2 miles an hour. And now as I pull forward, you should say it will go to like 1 or 2 miles an hour, but importantly, they should all be the same. So there you go, you've actually got live information there. And what that would do is if you had a problem with the ABS light on the dash, you could actually pinpoint which of the ABS sensors that you need to have a look at and maybe replace. Okay, let's clear the codes now, shall we? So let's go back and let's go and press clear fault code. So I'll put the camera right here on the dashboard, and as I press clear, you'll see hopefully it'll disappear and take off that warning light off my dashboard. The flickering, by the way, is just simply down to the frame rate having a little bit of a mare with my camera. Don't worry about that. Right, let's go and press clear fault codes. Yes. And yes, I want to clear the fault codes. There we go. That top one now, that's gone. I've still got the ABS flashing, but that's simply because I'm in that control unit. I'm in the diagnostic mode. So I go back and I come back out that control unit, and there, it's gone. We have no more lights on the dashboard. The ABS isn't flashing because I'm out of that control unit, and all faults have been cleared. Okay, I'm going to go back out now right to the beginning of the software, and I'll show you some of the other features that this has. So back onto the main screen here, we've got maintenance functions. And here you just download what you want. I'd recommend you download them all. There's not that many, it's probably about 15, 20 or so. These maintenance functions will be dependent on the vehicle. So if you've got a DPF filter, you're not going to have it on this car because this is petrol, but you get the idea that you download what items you need from a maintenance point of view for your specific car. But look at what this has got here. Oil maintenance reset, immobilizer reset. Now that will be dependent on the car. Not all cars you're going to be able to do that, but nevertheless it has got this option on it for some cars. You've got electronic throttle relearning option there, ABS bleeding, brake resets, DPF regen, tyre pressure monitoring system, steering angle sensor, injection coding, gearbox relearning, battery matching, EGR adaptation, sunroof initialization, air level calibration, and adaptive front lighting. Now, as I said, this car hasn't got a lot of those functions, and even if you did have those functions, sometimes it may or may not work. That's just down to my experience, because some cars are more complex than others, so just bear that in mind. So going into the OBD2 function alone, this is going to find the generic codes. It's not unique to the car, and there's different protocols that the OBD2 will use, such as PWN, VPM, KWP, etc. And it will go down automatically and find and see what protocol this Volkswagen has. And here you've got some basic functions that comes up. You've got the ability to clear the fault codes. So instead of waiting for that full system scan, you could do it this way and go and clear the fault codes all in one go. You have also options of reading live data. So there we go. All in all, what do you think about the Ediag Elite? It is a simple device and it is plug and play. You simply download the software and away you go. I think if you're perhaps just starting out in the diagnostic world, if you've got an older car and you have a car that you just want to understand where to go and look, you're a little bit handy, you perhaps want to understand about, for example, the mass airflow sensor. Now, if you had a problem on the car, you wouldn't know where to go and look. But with the Ediag Elite and the software that you load onto your phone, it's going to tell you exactly where that component is. And that's the whole point of having diagnostic tools. I've said this so many times, these days cars are getting so sophisticated, they are literally like computers on wheels. Now, this is a 2007 Volkswagen Beetle, so you're not going to want to go out and spend money on the best-selling top £1,000 diagnostic tool, because it's probably going to cost more than the actual price of the car. But at the same time, you want to have some sort of level of understanding. And the last thing that you want is to get a diagnostic tool that you maybe only use a few times a year. And that one time you go to use it, you only realise then that it's run out of subscription. You've got to pay another few £100 in order to be able to use it. With the Ediag Elite, you don't need to do that. You get free updates for life. You can download all the different cars that you want, and it gives you live data as well. And I think for the price of what this is, that it's not going to break the bank, it really is a cracking little diagnostic tool. Thanks so much for getting to the end of the video, and I've got a playlist here at the end of loads of other diagnostic tools that I've reviewed, as well as a whole load of car fixes as well. I'll see you on YouTube. Appreciate you watching. Bye for now.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.